Bonjour YouTube, welcome back with another video. Today I'm gonna show you the new Jhin trick that just appeared against the Fatui Shock Trooper. First, I just woke up, so my voice is a little bit weird. I'm a little bit tired. I won't be able to stream or anything today, so I won't be able to test that strategy too much. I really only have like a few minutes right now to record this, but I wanted to share with you this new strategy that just appeared for Jhin. So the team that you will need for this is going to be Jhin, Zhongli, and Geo Traveler. You might want to bring another Anemo at the end in the last slot just for some move speed or something for when you move and you try to position yourself. I don't know if you need C1 Jhin, but you at least need level 90 Jhin for sure because you need to juggle the boss. 85 if you're doing Fearless, 90 if you're doing Dire, and then you need to stagger the boss with Jhin this time around. He's not going to be in the air like the bird already or something like that. So you need to level 90 your Jhin, and you might want to need C1 for a bit extra faster pool. I'm not sure about that. And then you need Zhongli, and then you need Geo Traveler for this technique. It seems to be much harder, so I'm just sharing this. I won't be able to try it much. I'll give it like 1 or 2 tries here, but it's going to be a mess. I'm not really sure if it's like super consistent, so we'll have to see. I will do more testing tomorrow or next week on viewers account. And yeah, let's watch it together. I'll try to explain how it works. So initially it comes from this Bilibili video, I think. It's basically this Bilibili video. So I don't know if anyone else did it afterwards or if anyone else was able to replicate it, but basically at the start of the fight you will run at the boss and do a quick skill with Jhin. You need Sacrificial Sword on Jhin as well. I forgot to mention that. You need Sacrificial Sword on Jhin, and you need a decent amount of energy on Zhongli to be able to burst with him. So you want your Traveler to be on Favre preferably, and Zhongli on Favre potentially, and have a lot of energy, because you need your burst as soon as possible. So here, skill right in the face of the boss is going to put him down like that. How do I remove? Oh my god, bro, I forget how Bilibili works. I click this, okay. And then after that, you put your Geo Traveler. Okay, so I don't know if every move they're doing is important, but I guess they're doing a quick normal attack to proc the Favge in case the skill doesn't proc it. And then they use their skill. They swap back to Jhin. They bonk the boss a little bit more. They go backwards a little bit. They bonk him again with the skill. Do a charge attack to bonk him again. And then with Zhongli, you will put your pillar next to the Traveler Bowl to like trap the boss in between the two constructs, which is usually what we do in the previous rotations as well. Like when we did like the bird, for example, or the Fatui, we were doing like something like that as well, where we trap the enemy between two constructs, and then the game will think that it's taking like it keeps taking full damage or collision damage, and then it's gonna glitch a little bit, and it's gonna keep taking the damage. And then here after that, so yeah, after you put the pillar here, you do a charge attack with Zhongli, it seems. The two strats I've seen use the charge attack with Zhongli. And then you bonk again, and then after that, he's going to start taking the collision damage, and you want to ulti with Zhongli. You want to burst with Zhongli so you can keep the boss stunned between the two constructs, and then he's going to keep taking the damage until he's dead. So it seems much harder than the previous rotations, because here you have to be fast, and you have to, I don't know if the positioning is like, I mean, you have to find the right positioning for the pillar as usual. Like it has to be right next to the bowl, but not too far, not too close, otherwise it doesn't spawn. Or if it's too far, the boss will not take the collision damage. So it is a little bit tricky. I've seen the two strategies on this map, so maybe like you can see the mark at the bottom, like under Zhongli, like the brown, like the dark shadow. It might be the spot. So like here, for example, when they put the Zhongli, the Geo Traveler Bowl, they do normal attack to get close, and then they put the ball right here. So I think the normal attack is also to get closer to the boss and to get at the right distance. Then they move backwards a little bit, so just like 2 steps, and then they stagger the boss again with a skill, normal attack, charge, and then they go on this dark spot here on the ground to put the Zhongli pillar and then do a charge attack to put the right positioning. So and then they use a charge attack on Zhongli to stagger the boss again. So I don't know if it's everything is super important, but I would advise to replicate it as close as possible to this video, because usually that's how it works. And then yeah, after that it's just the classic Zhongli burst to stagger the boss. I don't think the Zhongli burst positioning like matters as long as the boss is stunned. And with this strategy, they were able to like one rotation this boss. So yeah, you can see here sacrificial. I think the C1 gene might be necessary, but I'm not sure 100%. Also, the talent level on Zhongli, if you can get at least level 8 on the burst to stun the boss a little bit longer. But even 10 would be the best. And you can see 250 energy on Zhongli and Favonius on Traveler. The artifacts don't matter. The crit value doesn't matter. And the last slot doesn't matter either too much, but they probably just want an ammo for some move speed or something. So now, can I do it first try? I don't think I can do it first try. So I will just give it a quick try just to see how hard it is. But I think it's much harder than the previous ones. And also, where's my... Hold on, I don't have my game sounds. I think you have the sound, but I do not have the sound, and it makes me feel weird. So here, I have my sound. Wait, do you have the sound? You should have the sound. So, okay, boom, fail. Okay, we failed the first skill. So I think the timing is tight. The timing is tight, so we'll have to see. Also, I didn't get any energy on anyone, so let me do that real quick. Let me do 2 billion energy on Zhongli. Let me do Favj here. How much energy does he have? 2, okay, 210. Let's get an ER Sense as well. Boom, and we should be juiced. All right, let's go. So here, yeah, the timing on the skill on Gene seems to be a bit tight at the start, and I think you need to not be too far. So
use of force authorized.
Yeah, we'll have to get the timings. So it's probably gonna take a while before people actually master this strategy. Wait, let me see. Yeah, they wait a little bit at the start, so let me retry. But I don't think I'm gonna get it today. I really don't have much time right now, so I'll probably try it again on stream.
Use of force authorized. I warn you.
Oh, I missed this one. I'll probably try it again on stream on Sunday or next week, depending.
Use of force authorized.
Oh, I got it. So, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I got the bonk. After that, I need to be fast and do like normal. Okay. Okay, hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think it's right before like 158, between 158 and 157 you need to bonk. I'm probably not gonna get it today, but whatever. Yeah, I'll probably try next week when I have more time. I have 170 Stygian requests already, so for those who don't know, I'm doing Stygian help on stream almost every day for the next rotation, so for this rotation. If you need help, feel free to join, but the queue is pretty long, so... Okay. Oh, I was supposed to stagger him again after that. Okay, well, it took me 5 tries to get the bonk. After that, I just need to get the bonk again, and then the Zhongli pillar. So I think it's also, as usual with these strats, like you also need to get the feeling of the distance, because like sometimes, yes, you have markers and stuff on some maps, but getting the feeling of the distance can help as well a little bit. Oh my god, I'm supposed to... Oh shit, I was supposed to... Okay. I need to learn the strat, but that's basically how it works. Hopefully you guys manage to get it. Hopefully it's not too complicated. I will try more next week or next stream. But yeah, I just wanted to share it with you ASAP so people are aware that it works. If you're struggling with like the first boss, for example, because you need Inefa for this guy, you can try that strategy. As I said in my previous videos, like there's a lot of teams for the Shock Trooper that work without Inefa, without Flints, without Combina. So it's not like this is the hardest boss, but it can free up an Inefa or a Combina if you need, or even Flints if you need for the first boss. So it can be nice. I don't necessarily recommend to use that strategy, like it's a little bit tricky. but if you manage to get it, like, it's pretty good. So Gina's back at it again. Let's go. She's the GOAT of Stygian Onslaught since literally the start at this point. Not the start, but almost. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I will put the link of the Bilibili video in the description as well, so you can rewatch it as much as you can. And I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Bye-bye.